Okay, today let us investigate the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. Before investigating, let me tell you a story. I don't know whether it is true or false, but it is a wise story. Michael Faraday was very much afraid of his wife. His wife told him, if you do continuously the experiments and then give no time for me, then I will give the divorce. Then it is obvious that any husband will be afraid of getting divorce from the wife. So Michael Faraday was also, being a human being, he was afraid of his wife, and he stopped whenever in the presence of his wife. He was literally stopped doing the experiments. Now what happened once Mrs. Michael Faraday went to some other place, some church. Then he started doing his experiments, and then when he could observe that his wife is coming to his home, then he has observed her through the window, and immediately he has packed up everything. But fortunately or unfortunately, one magnet was left in his hands. So just when Michael Faraday has opened the doors, then immediately he has observed that the magnet was there in his hands. Immediately he has thrown that magnet. That magnet was passing through the coil. The coil arrangement is shown here. That magnet, fortunately, it was passing through the coil like this. Then immediately you could observe the deflection in the galvanometer. So this is a really wonderful story, whether it is true or false, but it gives nice idea of electromagnetic induction. Here I took one copper wire. This is a coil consisting of 500 wires, and it can be varied from 0 to 500. So here the numbers are written. If you connect the wires in between 0 to 100 wires will be in this thing, then 0 to 200 and 0 to 500. So now let me show you what actually Michael Faraday has done it. So first he took one magnet, then the magnet was moved in and out. See, if you can see, this magnet is a strong magnet. This strong magnet is moved inside, and then I am bringing it outside. When it is moving inside, the galvanometer is showing the left side deflection. When I am taking it out, the galvanometer is showing the right side deflection. Now if I move it slowly, the reading in the galvanometer is also very less. If I move it faster, then the reading in the galvanometer is also more. So this establishes that the rate of change of flux will increase the induced EMF. That is first thing. Now here, how can you say that the change of flux will only generate induced EMF? So here if I keep the magnet inside the coil, no galvanometer is showing nil deflection. Suppose if I move these two with the same speed, then also the galvanometer is showing 0 deflection only. But if I move only the magnet, or if I move only the coil, then the galvanometer is showing the deflection. So it clearly indicates that there should be some change in flux. Remember, no flux will induce the induced EMF. The change of flux will induce the EMF. So by virtue of a magnet, we are able to move the needle in the galvanometer. That means we are able to produce induced current in the galvanometer. So therefore, this phenomenon is called as electromagnetic induction. That is, with the help of a magnet, we are able to generate the induced EMF and induced current. So this phenomenon is called electromagnetic induction. Now, if I move it faster, then more induced EMF is generated. If I move it slow, then lesser induced EMF is generated. So the first law of Faraday could be established with this first activity. The second law, that is rate of change of magnetic flux, is directly proportional to induced EMF. That is second law. Both the two were experimented practically here. Now the thing is, if I rotate this magnet, then also you can see the deflection. That means the flux, when the magnet is being rotated, the flux is also changed. So whenever there is change in flux, then only the induced EMF is generated. So this explains the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction.